Whew, what a few couple days, holy cow. So yesterday's video, I was telling you how everything slowed down. We had no business, and I wasn't expecting much of anything. I told you about a few that might show up, but boy, did it all of a sudden just come out of the woodwork. So last night, right after I made that video, we had this show up. This is Cub Cadet, and this is from a guy who mows for a living, and this one's surging. So we started up last night. It was surging. It's not getting enough fuel. It will run on partial choke. So I went ahead and ordered a carburetor for this. The belt keeps falling off, so I ordered a new belt. It's all chewed up, and I will probably tighten the cable, the engagement cable. We'll see about that, but I don't think this is going to be a big deal. Now, he also brought another lawnmower in. Brought this one in. This one's a much more serious issue. Well, it just won't turn over. It's like it's got compression lock. I don't want to give you too much information because I'm covering this stuff on my other channel, and you know, I want people to watch that other channel also. So, but this one's going to be a costly problem. I've already got it up to $400, and most of that is in parts. I think there's $50 in labor or something. So I was trying to take off the valve covers on this, and the screws were all they were just really tight for some reason. And it's a Torx, T-O-R-X, I think, Torx screw, and I put my torque wrench in it, and it broke the torque wrench. So I had to go buy a stronger one, and then when I had the stronger one, it stripped out the Torx on the head of the screw. So I'm gonna have to replace those. But that took a couple hours to get those out. And again, that'll be in a video in the future when I get a video listed on this one. So then I'm working on this one this morning, and no sooner did I figure out what I was going to do with this, got the customer's approval and all that stuff, yeah, a John Deere showed up, and this was in yesterday's video also, and he was talking about he needed a new carburetor, but he ordered a carburetor, but the fuel inlet was on the wrong side. And I told you about this yesterday. He probably ordered a carburetor for a Kohler, and it ended up being a carburetor. He needed a carburetor for a Briggs & Stratton. So he brought it to me and said, just replace the carburetor. Well, when I got it over here, there's a helicopter making a lot of noise. The fuel was bad. That's all that was wrong with it. I hooked up my external tank, took off his hose, hooked this up, put gas in it, ran fine. It was surging really bad, and he was convinced it was a carburetor. So I called him up and said it was just the fuel. I don't think he believed me. I said it's running great. So he came by and picked it up. He said he was going to pick it up tomorrow, but then he called again and said, I think we'll pick it up today. So he picked it up, and I ran it up there. It wasn't surging. I mean, he was still baffled. He just didn't believe that it was the gas. But I mean, what does he want me to tell him? And that's a problem. That is a serious problem. When someone is convinced of something and you have to tell them no. I mean, even if it's better news than what he originally planned, they still just can't believe that what you're telling them. So, I mean, what are you gonna do? But I'm sitting here working on that, getting that gas out of that tank, and all I was doing, I was letting it drain out of the tank, and then I added some fresh gas to kind of wash out any of the bad gas. Then I hooked the hoses up, put fresh gas in the tank, started up, but I was running circles around this yard, turned the blades on, everything. And I mean, the surging went away right away. You know, ran the throttle up and down, everything was fine. So as I'm doing this guy shows up. Now this guy, I completely forgot about, to be honest. He messaged a few weeks ago, says I'll be down sometime and I'll get you my zero turn. And I mean, he's not even going to be back down until until Easter. So see, I've told you in yesterday's video, we live in this kind of tourist area, and a lot of people own second homes around here. So that's what this is. This is, you know, some guy's got a second home and he came down to get the lawnmower and he wants it ready for Easter. So he just wants a service on us. And I'm telling you, services are so much easier to make money on than everything else. You tell somebody it needs a new carburetor and you tell them the price, and you know, it's like 30 bucks. And you're like, oh my gosh, 30 bucks, there's no way. But then when you say, hey, this is, you know, such and such price, and it's so much cheaper than what everybody else is doing it for, they're like, okay, even though it's a lot more than $30. I mean, they absolutely don't have a problem with it. So, you know, these people coming up from Kansas and Illinois, I think this one, I can't remember where he's from, but you know, they're driving all the way down here. So I'll take it, but I mean, it's oil change, and then he's got 2 tires that it needs inner tubes. I aired them up, put soap water on it, and on the side walls, right here on the side, it's dry rot, and so it's leaking air out of the dry rot on the sidewall. So it's just easier to go ahead and put tubes in it. I mean, it's a lot of work. I've thought about buying myself a tire change. You can get them on Harbor Freight. But I've gotten pretty good practice at doing it. Last year I only did like 3. But this year I've already done 5. And I got 2 more here, so there'll be 7. And I'm getting pretty good at it, where I can do it by hand, where I don't need that $65 tool. And I watched some guy actually play with that $65 tool. It did make it look easier, but in the end, I don't know if it's going to save that much more time. I mean, you're constantly taking the tire off, putting it back on, and it just seemed like I don't know. I may end up buying one, might buy one next year. Heck, I might buy one this year, but for now, I think I'm just fine just doing it by hand with screwdrivers and things. But I'm telling you, business is really picking up. I mean, we went from, again, no work all week. We got the pressure washer. Okay, I don't even know where I left off at. So, as I'm sitting here making a video, now I should tell you, this is the second time I've tried to make a video today, and I'm just not having any luck trying to make videos. And the camera messed up on me, and it doesn't matter. But as I was making the last video, the guy with the John Deere wanted to pick up his John Deere, so he called and said, hey, I want to pick it up. So had to stop the video and start over. It's not easy to do. I know a lot of people think it's easy to make videos. Sometimes it's not. So there was a guy here who a couple weeks ago wanted an inner tube put into his front tire. So I put an inner tube in it, and it's been sitting here. Well, he just showed up, and as he's picking up the tire, he drops off an old chainsaw. So this one's pretty old. I don't like working on these old ones. They're hard to find parts for. So we'll see how it does. These are probably made in the 90s, and they just don't make parts for them anymore. They've changed their numbering system from an O, you see the 0, to an MS, or I think it's MS. MS? Something like that. MS, MT, something like that. But anyway, so if it's got that 0, you know that these are the older models, and it's just hard to find parts for them. Everybody has them, so we'll see how it goes. I'll tell you, business has just been booming today. And I guess this is just the way it's going to work. You know, you get a week off, and all of a sudden you're just back to just beating your head against the wall. The first zero turn I showed you, the orange one, the Husqvarna, it is the most concerning. It's the problem is the part I found, I went ahead and ordered, and I only ordered a couple hours ago, and then I went and looked again just to make sure I ordered the right one, and it wasn't. It was the wrong one. I was off by 1 number. The last number was a 5 on the one I ordered, and it was supposed to be a 1 on the part number. So, and that raised the price $120. That one number in the part number raised the price $120. So I canceled the order. And would you know it, I just don't even understand this. Any other time it takes Amazon a week to get something shipped out. But they said they couldn't cancel it because it was being shipped. And within a few minutes, I got a notification saying it was shipped. So within 2 hours, they'd shipped that part. So I'm going to have to return that. I mean, it's not the end of the world. It's just a little extra inconvenience. But I got to get the customer to approve the $120 increase, and he's hard to get a hold of. I can't seem to reach him, or on phone or on Facebook. And this Cub Cadet, he said, I don't want you servicing these. He says, I can service them myself. But this is a carburetor related issue. And so when I looked at the air filter, there's no way I could, in good customer service, give him this air filter back after working on his carburetor. I mean, even the secondary filter is just filthy. So I went ahead and ordered a kit, carburetor kit, and it's got everything. I mean, I won't change it all. I'll just give him the parts since he bought it. But he said don't do it, but I got to give him a new air filter. You know, last year I was telling everybody on this channel that they really should try to start some sort of hobby business. You know, with the economy being so bad and everybody was complaining about, that's the thing, is all I ever hear is people complain about how bad things are, but I never really hear anything about how people are trying to overcome. My YouTube channel tanked. It tanked. And I'm even being made fun by the troll channels about it, and they know exactly why it tanked, and because, you know, I'm a moron and all that stuff. But in reality, it tanked because things just change. People get different priorities. I mean, if YouTube channels weren't supposed to tank, then we could look at TV and say, well, how come series, you know, like TV series only lasts a few years? You know, Cheers and Frasier, I think they lasted the longest, if I had to guess, you know, 10 years, but they still ended. If people wanted to continue to watch Cheers, then why isn't it still on? They didn't. Ratings went down, it just dropped, and so, you know, they move on to the next thing. Well, the same thing with off-grid living. Nobody wants to do it anymore. It's just not important. People want, and the thing is about off-grid living, it's going to change every 4 years. You know, the nomadic life, it's coming to an end. Even the big nomads are changing and getting new channels and starting new ones. The guy I always call Moses, he started a new channel. And I would suspect that his old channel is kind of, you know, flailing a little bit. I mean, it's still getting a lot of views, but it's probably not as popular as it used to be. So he's trying something else. So, you know, Carolyn, she crochets, and she tries to sell that stuff. It keeps her busy during the winter when things are yucky outside. This is making us money. So what I'm saying is even though things were going bad, I didn't stop. I just found something else to do that I can make money with. And this has been a huge hit. And then I can start another channel. And so between the two channels, which I was already making videos for this channel every day anyways, and then I can make videos of lawnmowers that I'm already repairing, so all I got to do is turn on the camera and edit those videos. I mean, it takes a little extra time, but not much, maybe a couple hours. So then I can make money off that, off the channel, and off this channel. 3 sources of revenue. And I mean, everybody told me, what are you going to do if YouTube ever fails on you? You're going to be jobless and homeless and you're going to starve to death. Well, that's because nobody thinks, what else could I do? Is there anything else I could do? So if you'll click this up next box, it will take you over to that other channel. Really appreciate it. Go check it out and subscribe. So if I can inspire you to find something to do, so you don't have to complain about how bad things are, so you can live your dreams. Thanks for watching.